Hey and welcome to my first Life is Strange theory video. There are hella spoilers ahead, so I would recommend playing through the game before watching this video. Quickly resumed, my theory is that Rachel Amber could be a time traveler too and managed to transfer her powers to Max when she died. First of all, I believe that Rachel is really dead. There are many theories against it, but in my opinion the symbolic significance of her being the transparent deer proves her death. Every time the deer appears, Chloe is around, like in Max's second vision of the tornado, when they went to the lighthouse to get a timeout. We can see the deer again in episode 2, when Chloe and Max chill at the junkyard, appearing near the place where Rachel is buried. On this exact occasion, in episode 4, the door again appears, which is the most important appearance, because we can see it fade away when Max and Chloe find Rachel's body and cry over her. That's why I believe that Rachel is the deer and nobody else. Rachel and Chloe were best friends, and it would be logical that Rachel still tries to protect her and only appears when she's nearby. Also, she turns up 2 times near the spot where she's buried at the junkyard and disappears when her body is found. I think that Rachel's ghost remained in the deer on Earth because she wanted to fulfill her last wish. That Chloe's protected and that the circumstances around her death come to light, so that the murderer gets what he deserves and so that other girls are safe too. When the both amateur detectives find out the truth and Rachel is convinced that Max will always be there for Chloe to save her, she can finally rest in peace, which is the reason for her disappearing when a body is found. Now to the interesting point of my theory. I think that Rachel transferred her rewind powers to Max because she couldn't be the one realizing her last wish. She needed a person to fulfill it because she's obviously pretty dead for a long time, since there had been already grass on the place where she had been buried and because of the smell her body spread.
That smell!
Max got her powers when Chloe was in a dangerous situation, which would have ended deadly if she hadn't received Rachel's ability.
Come on, put that thing
So I
down.
think that in this critical moment Rachel was able to transfer her powers to Max to save Chloe. You may ask, why Max? Practically because she was there in the girls' room to save Chloe. But there are more reasons. Rachel and Max have a strong connection through Chloe. She's the best friend of both of them, and the two have their spirit animal in common, the doe. That is shown throughout Rachel's appearance as a ghost deer, and we see Max often wear shirts with the deer on it. Furthermore, Samuel directly states in episode 3 that Max's spirit animal is the deer, explaining why it's no big deal that she saw one in the forest at the end of episode 2.
That's your spirit animal.
So somehow they are spiritually connected, which made it possible for Rachel to transfer her powers. Why do you think Rachel has these powers? While playing through the episodes, we get to know that almost everybody liked Rachel, except of Victoria, but we'll get to that point later. How could she have managed to make so many people of different groups like her? Exactly, through time travel. There are obvious signs showing that Victoria doesn't like Rachel, and I think that her motives of doing so are pretty similar to the reasons why she doesn't like Max either. Max is quite popular since she can travel time, which makes her kind of a rival to Victoria, just like Rachel Amber, who is often called smart and sexy at the same time. It's mainly Victoria's jealousy and her competitive drive that explain her dislike towards Rachel. Furthermore, Stella said that Rachel had sex with Jefferson, which she knows from a good source. And who else is interested in Jefferson? Right, Victoria. Even if Stella's statement isn't true, Victoria may have heard the rumors and got even more jealous of Rachel. Another thought of mine is that Rachel noticed that Victoria is a total bitch and treated her just like Max did in episode 1, in which she's given the possibility to take a photo of Victoria covered in paint. Just because you can travel time doesn't mean you want everybody to like you. So in the end, it's your decision and you can use your powers in the exact opposite way. But let's return to my argumentation of Rachel as a time traveler. If we declare the deer as Rachel, we get to know that she isn't affected by Max's rewind power. That is a big hint that Rachel had the same rewind power or still has some remains of it. At last, there's one more thing to explain. How could Rachel have been killed if she had these awesome life-saving powers? At the end of episode 4 we see that Max cannot use her powers after being drugged by Jefferson. This seems to be the key of killing a time traveler, if you manage to do that before they recover consciousness. Well, these were the key points of my theory. I hope it was comprehensible for you. Leave a comment below about what you think concerning Max's power and Rachel's death. I'm always there to discuss. So thanks for watching. Bye!